What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Tuesday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We have a very nice 9-game main slate tonight. There's some really great value that has already opened up here. I'm going to discuss things here for the early afternoon. 5 plays that I like, 1 for each position as usual. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you're subscribed. Last night was pretty annoying. The cash and hybrid teams were just out of the money, and the Zach LaVine news and DeRozan news was a mess. It happened like 15-20 minutes before lock. DeRozan wasn't supposed to be rested. Last minute rest. I had to adjust my lineup. Zach LaVine ended up being chalk because of this, but he also was noted to have a minutes limit. Ended up playing 35 minutes. Obviously, if I knew LaVine was going to play 35 minutes and DeRozan's not out there, he made for a good play at, I think he was like 7,100. But nonetheless, I don't even think I could have got LaVine in my lineups. It was too much going on. 15 minutes before lock. It's hard to edit all my lineups and, update the website and get that all squared away before lock, which was in 15 minutes. So a bit of a bummer there. If LaVine didn't go off for like 50, we would have easily cashed in. But on to a new day here. I'm loving the value already for today's slate. So let's get right into things here. At point guard, let's look at Jose Alvarado of the Pelicans. He should be starting tonight. The Pelicans are going to be very, very shorthanded tonight in Philadelphia. They are now without Devontae Graham, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, and Jonas Valanciunas, so they are just left with Herbert Jones as their only usual starter. So there's a ton of value here for the Pelicans. It might turn into a blowout. I think the updated line is the 76ers are giving 11.5, but nonetheless, these guys have to play minutes because they are so shorthanded tonight. Alvarado should be starting at guard for them and makes for arguably the best value play on the entire slate right now at 4,100. He should see a boatload of minutes and easily get 20 fantasy points for value. For the same reasons, alongside Alvarado, Nickeil Alexander-Walker should be starting as well. At 3,800, he's an easy play. They were pretty shorthanded last night, and he played 34 minutes and had a great game of 30.6. His best game in a very, very long time. He could easily draw the start here with them being very shorthanded. And at 3,800, like Alvarado, another awesome value play here for the Pelicans. For small forward, James Harden, one of the best spend-ups here tonight. It should be a nice competitive game in Brooklyn against the Lakers tonight. Anthony Davis should be back. But the Nets are obviously without Kevin Durant, and they're also without Kyrie Irving. So James Harden usage rate is going to be through the roof here. He has an upside of 70 fantasy points. 10,500 is a nice, cheaper price than we're used to seeing. When he's the only stud out there for the Nets, he will have the ball in his hands very often. It's a very tough fade, especially in cash games tonight. He needs like 52 fantasy points to reach value tonight. And then we obviously know he has awesome upside. For power forward, let's get back to the Pelicans here. They're going to be pretty chalky. Jackson Hayes looking like he should be drawing the start with no Jonas Valanciunas. He has a tough matchup against Joel Embiid, but he's going to need to play some minutes. He's been the clear-cut number 2 guy behind Valanciunas, playing 15-ish minutes off of the bench. Hernan Gomez has been getting DNP CDs the entire, for a while, for like a month now. So Hayes seems to solidify himself as that prominent number 2 guy. I expect him to start tonight and see some pretty decent minutes, and it's an awesome price at 3,900. And then for center, I love Joel Embiid. As long as this game can stay close, 11.5 point favorites. He should have probably the best upside on this entire slate. He's been killing it over his last 3 games. 77, 62, 63 fantasy points. He needs 56 for value tonight. And the Pelicans are going to be really struggling to stop him. Obviously, no Valanciunas. Jackson Hayes should struggle. I like Hayes because of his price. He's going to be on the court, but defensive-wise, Joel Embiid should absolutely crush him. Again, I hope this game stays close. I don't know if I put Embiid in cash lineups because of that risk of a blowout. I'll have to decide that later, but nonetheless, certainly a guy to target in tournaments. His upside is extremely good tonight, so I like Embiid at center tonight. That'll sum up today's video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Like this video. Make sure you're subscribed. Let's get after it tonight. A nice little bounce back night here for NBA. But until next time, I am the FT Guru, and I'm signing off. See ya.